right. Welcome, Mark, Sam, Vladimir. How are you guys doing? My name is Matt. Normally, you guys are probably expecting to see Mr. Torelli in here, but you get me today. Sometimes you get somebody a little bit different, but he's busy. He's working on a podcast today, and they've invited me. And so I do work in marketing, been through the certified funnel program, done a few extra things, been around the ClickFunnels universe for a while. So hopefully you guys are in good hands. I'll do my best to help get you guys where you guys are going and answer a few questions. So probably be a small group. So hopefully we'll see what we can do with you guys. Supposedly I was told to tell you guys. So it's experts. I guess you guys can answer or ask any questions from OFA with the, or I guess it probably really doesn't matter what questions you ask at this point, but questions about OFA, the expert track, the ecom track, and then I'll be doing that for a little bit, and then expert track only from 12 o'clock on. That's in an hour from now, depending on where you guys are calling in from. So I will stop my rambling. Hopefully, I can hear you guys. Anybody want to? It looks like Mark, you had some questions, so let's jump right in and start hearing from you guys. What you guys got?
Dude, how's it going? Welcome.
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So Dante's been helping me with a squeeze page with an one time offer upsell as well as a downsell, and I'm just still trying to kind of work out some of the logistics on the page. And I was hoping you could maybe help me out.
Possibly, yeah. Did you have so you've been working on kind of a lead squeeze with an upsell and a downsell. So it's got the order form upsell and a downsell.
It's got a self-liquidating offer, and then from there it goes to either an upsell or a downsell.
Okay.
So, do you need to allow for sharing, or yeah, it says
Oh, I have no idea.
yeah, here. You know what? I'll just send a request to you.
I will allow you to share, sir.
Sweet. Come on.
You guys can
Just
you hear me all right if I have the microphone this
no,
far
you're
away?
fine. I can
Okay.
hear you fine. Let's see here. So here it is. Um, this is just sort of the layout of um, the funnel. But I guess my big question is it's the one thing I'm working on now is really the confirmation page. And I guess with all of these, because there's three opportunities to purchase in here, right? You've got the SLO, the OTO upsell, and then the OTO downsell. So I'm curious about is there anything that I need? What do I need to do to make sure this confirmation page works as intended, I guess is the big concern that I have.
So that the confirmation page works as intended?
Yeah, I mean, how does that work? Because depending on what they buy, it's going to be different things on that confirmation page, right?
Yes, correct. I mean, what it's going to tell you on the confirmation page is it's going to give them a receipt, assuming that you have I forget the name of the element, but you would put like it's kind of a dynamic element that tells them what they purchased.
Okay.
Now I know I'm not familiar as Dante is with everything going on and what you're selling, but if you want it to be set up like, are you selling different things in the funnel? Obviously you're selling different
Yeah.
things, but
Yeah.
depending on what they purchase, you want them to see different information, like, hey, it looks like you have access to school or whatever. I just see
Which
that
is
in my
actually, I'm
OTO.
glad you bring that up because that is my OTO downsell, right? Is I'm given a 6 month free 20 then and after that $27 a month subscription, which is kind of another question. How do I provide access to that through ClickFunnels, I guess? What are the logistics behind making that happen? Which is kind of that's a
Yeah.
different question, but um,
I
anyway.
School doesn't really connect with ClickFunnels last I checked, so I would say with a workflow and an email, so you can zap information between the two. Because
Okay.
I've done that with the two of them before, so you can enroll them into whatever you want to enroll them in inside a school. And I believe you can possibly start up the subscription if you want it to go through school, or you can just start it up on ClickFunnels, which is probably what I would do. And then, I mean, from there, I would just set it if they need to go, if they need to click on a link to go do whatever they need to do in school, I would just send it to them in an email,
Okay.
possibly on the confirmation, because it would have to be possibly need to be manually approved anyway. So
Okay. Okay. So be hard to make that automation happen, except you did say that you could do it through Zapier.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So kind of back to my original question then,
Mhm.
if because I want to say that when I kind of went through the purchase process on a test basis, when I took the upsell, it still had the module one offer on there. Do you mind if I just kind of go through that real quick? Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead. It looks
All
like
right.
we got a few people, but we got plenty of time. So
Okay, okay. So here it is. And I'll just kind of go through this as quickly as I can because I know I'm sure there are others that want to
Hey
kind
there,
of go
Rockstar.
through that.
Hey,
But
I'm Mark Anderson, and I'm
oh, that
here
was you.
come on, mute.
on the secrets
Oh,
of financial.
gotta mute that one too. All right. Um, so yeah, so here they get the access for that here. I'll drop that in there. Let's see, Anderson Mark. Epsilon.com. Okay, so there's that. And then they submit oh,
Oh,
got all of that.
that's a ClickFunnels order form.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit different than the normal ones. A little bit more custom, maybe
Oh,
got
really?
some customized work done on
I've
it.
done nothing to this.
Oh,
It's
really?
exactly what was in this template. So, all right, so submit, and then it takes me to my up OTO upsell, if I'm not mistaken.
If yeah, it should. If
There we go.
that's the next one in order, it should go
All
to
Okay,
upsell.
right.
I
Yes.
want to say
So let me do that. So then it takes it to that page, and then let's see, then I hit rush order, which I'll work on that button number. I know that that's probably not quite right, but
So if they take the upsell, it's not going to the downsell. It should go to the confirmation page, right?
yeah, but now it says they bought both of these things, so it should only be one thing.
It should. I mean, they should. You took the is the 23 the small biz finance module one. It looked like I'm not familiar with the products that you had attached, but like they purchased something on the first page and then something on the second page. Are these the products
Oh,
that are attached to each one of those pages?
could this be? Well, I tested it once before, and maybe it's carrying over the information from a prior purchase.
It could be, but you
Oh,
also just went through and said yes to two different products. So
okay.
I mean, it would make sense that the module one preview is what was on the first page. This
And sorry, let me do this again if you don't mind with different information. Let's see.
is this an opt-in only?
This page?
Yeah, this looks like an
Yeah,
opt-in only here.
yeah.
And then that goes to your
hey
order
there,
page.
Rockstar. Hey there, thanks. I'm Mark Anderson, and I'm here to help you unlock the secrets.
Driving
of
myself
financial
crazy with
growth
this.
is on its way to your inbox. Be sure to check.
All right, there we go. So there's the pop-up. Um,
Now they're buying that module 1 preview here for 36 bucks, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, there it is. That's correct. And yeah, so there it is up there.
Okay.
First,
And then let's see if I go to so that's the upsell page, obviously.
Yep. And that would look like a $96 small biz finance. And that looks at those are the two products that were purchased on your previous purchase as well.
Right. So yeah, so it's like they're both coming up. And at this point, I guess I'm expecting, since I do the upsell, basically, the only one that ought to be on here would be this one, right? Is
No, no,
no?
no. That's how it would work. It's showing what they purchased on the first page, and then it's showing them what they purchased on the second page, and then giving the order number there. So like what you're
Oh.
seeing is expected behavior.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I was misunderstanding that.
Yeah. It's not giving, it's not like the OTO is not like an upgraded purchase. I mean, it is, I mean, technically it is, but it's not going to wrap up the small, like it's not going to wrap up the first purchase into the second purchase, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, technically, I mean, you could, I don't know if we'd have time for it in in the call. We'd have to probably loop back around to it, but there is like an upgrade process if that's the way that you would want it to work, but it's more for subscriptions
Okay.
instead of one-time purchases. And then what it would do is it would prorate the second purchase, but it's a little it's a little bit of a complex. So we probably want to make sure we understand it this way first, and then
No, I
probably
understand. So I
work on
guess so
that.
what's your recommendation then? Because I guess let me first tell you a little about these two products, right? I mean, the first one is like, hey, I'm trying to get them to kind of take a taste of the course, right? It's like, hey,
Yeah.
this is
Yep.
this is module one of my full course, right? And then
Hmm.
the upsell is, hey, you've got the full course, and now module one's already in there. So basically, I'm selling it to them twice with this, right?
Hmm.
So at the end, so I mean, what is your suggestion then I mean, should I just change the pricing and then make this part of it? Hey, you're gonna get it for,
Yeah.
still gonna get it for $96, but now I'm gonna charge you $60 for the rest of
That
the course.
that'd be the easiest way to do it. Probably just put a if the whole thing is supposed to be 96 bucks, then give them especially on the first one, especially if it's supposed to be a self-liquidating thing, you could
Uh-huh.
probably sell the first module for like $7 and then put a $89 charge on the second one, and then just say you get everything for this upgraded price. The whole thing's 96 bucks. Of course, do the copy how you feel it would be best. But you could do that, or you could make the first purchase instead of a purchase, you could just make it an opt-in or a lead magnet and just give it to them, depending on how much stuff you want to give them. And then on the second page, you just sell them the whole thing for 96. I like the 7 because you got a lower barrier of entry there for giving money out. That way,
Hmm.
they open up their wallet for $7, but then you can upsell them for 89 to get the rest of it.
Okay.
Or you
Okay.
can put whatever prices you want on there as long as it adds up to what you want to charge for it
Right.
if
The
it's
final
96.
price. Final price. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think that answers my question. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad I could be helpful. If you have anything else, hang around and but I can continue working with these other folks, and then
Yeah, of course.
I'll be here.
Appreciate your input.
No problem. Thank you.
You bet.
Uh, Sam,
How's it going? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good man, good.
Cool.
I just got so I'm doing the ecom route. I'm quite new. Well, yeah, I'm quite new to all the funnel stuff, but I've been running ads. Me and Dante have been going through the funnel and optimizing it a bit, and I've just been making like the copy better, like the offer better and such. But I've been running ads, and I've spent a fair amount on.
The heater just went off and it's super
That's
loud
fine.
back here.
That's fine.
It's like,
I'm selling supplements, but I'm like sort of at a crossroads now because I've spent so much on ads, but I'm not getting much like buying intent. So I'm getting people like read some of the advertorial. I'm looking at my clarity and my metrics, and like I'm not getting good metrics at all really. Like the ads are performing okay. People are clicking, my click-through rates and my CPCs, cost per landing page views are fine, but I'm just struggling getting the people through the funnel, whether that's a cause of the copy on the page or whether people are just really skeptical about buying
Okay. Did you
new
want to pull
supplements.
anything up or share some stats or
Yeah, I
even
can
the
do.
funnel or whatever? Look,
Yeah,
we could
yeah.
look at the stats and maybe get an idea. If people are going through, if you got a good click-through rate that you're happy with on, I'm gonna guess Facebook,
Yeah,
Facebook ads.
meta ads I'm running, yeah.
Okay. Like if you're happy with those, then we can just look at the stats on the funnel itself and kind of get an idea of,
Yeah, it's
where things might be clogging up. So,
I understand that things are getting clogged up on the sales page, editorial page, because and it's also hard to tell what is actually true because all these
yeah.
all the opt-ins are me testing it, and
How
testing still shows up on here.
is
Uh,
your views on the sales page? Is that where when people are clicking on the button in your ads, are they going to the sales page?
Yeah, when they click on the ad, they'll go to the sales page, and then it's an advertorial page, which is I've just been optimizing it for mobile because that's all like 95% of my traffic is mobile.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, yeah. So I've just been optimizing it for mobile. But yeah, it's just that, and then it's got buttons all throughout and such. Like to me, it seems quite long, but this is what they say advertorials are meant to be like. So Dante says it's all right.
I mean,
And then the order page.
if it's information that people want, they'll go
Yeah,
through it. They'll read it.
yeah. But then it's like, so I've just started, like I redid my ads and I redid my copy. So this is a new one. Let's just do, yeah, last 7 days.
My
This is
so you're getting they when they click on a button on the advertorial page, they're going
mm,
to the order page. So you're getting like 10% are clicking through, which means
ish,
you're
yeah.
kind of losing 90% off of this page.
Yeah,
How many people are buying?
none,
None. So far you've had none on this.
none. Yeah.
My the first inclination would be, let's see. The first thought that comes to my mind is you might need a little more traffic to get some numbers in there because you only had
Yeah.
like 10 people on your order page, and
Yeah.
you could
That's what I thought too.
the other thing was 10. I mean, a lot of people are looking for free information, but
It's
I would imagine
also
you get it more than 10% clicking
it's
through on the order
also
page.
these are also an order page.
Hmm.
Hang on. There was two order pages because I made a new one, but I don't know where it is on here. But there was another order page which had like 50 people on as well. So this is those stats at the top are just the new funnel that I made, but the old funnel did have a lot more data on it.
Okay. So
Um,
what you're running ads to right now is this sales page where it says no top sell,
no, it's
or
this one, sales
the
page
clogged copy
clogged.
up at the top
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you got I mean, 10% clicking through to the order form for people that are looking for free info is probably not bad. Um, but it's hard to tell when it's excuse me, you could probably optimize for more clicks and continue, maybe put some pictures in there, break up the text with a little more imagery,
yeah,
even
yeah,
on the mobile.
yeah.
That
I
might
do.
help that, but I don't think you have enough numbers really to really say, yeah, this isn't working or this is or
Yeah,
is not working. That's
yeah,
my first inclination.
yeah. And then on my clarity, I can just pull it over onto this one real quick. It's it's even it's it's even worse metrics on this one. It's 1%, or I think it might be 3% clicking through. I have like 100 from the last 3 days, like 100 views on the sales page, and then like three
Okay.
views on the order form.
Do you have like tracking pixels on your pages? Is that how you're getting
Yeah.
stats into Clarity?
Nah, Clarity is just one little code, but I do also have Metapixel fully all fully sorted. I do have Cappy as well. Yeah, but Clarity seems to be given like not inflated numbers because it's just on the
Did
page sort of thing. But
Okay.
I've got a lot of ways of looking at the analytics, but
Okay.
they don't look great.
Well, what's the best way that I could help you with this today? Looking at like the copy, just looking at the layout.
Yeah, I guess. How are you like? Uh, what would you say about the product selection? Because my product selection is like a mushroom supplement, mainly a mushroom. Well, yeah, it is a mushroom like nootropic supplement.
Like the
But I've
like the I'm thinking like the coffee that they make, risey
y-
coffee kind of thing.
yeah, but as a pill as opposed
Oh,
to a
just as a
coffee.
pill
Yeah,
though? Okay.
yeah. Um, and I'm marketing it to like busy women or like stressed women.
Okay. Every
So I've
day.
got like an ICP that I want to sell to, and I've got the product, and I've basically built all the copy around it for that ICP. But
Okay.
then I don't know if it's just hard to tell like where my ads, if my ads are even like I know it's showing to women, but
So is that
they
what
don't.
your ads are targeting? I'm assuming women, if that was what your target market is there.
Yeah, yeah,
Then the I would make sure like the first thing that's popping. I mean, this is. Can you go back to the sales page?
yeah,
If this is where they're getting dropped into, then that first page that they go to is really immediately, especially with the headline, the look, the feel of that page, is going to have to
yeah,
jump out at them and say, "You're in the right place." This jumped out to me and said, "Yep, that I clicked on the right link. This is speaking to me." So
yeah,
you have the
yeah,
picture of the woman, and it says, "I used to joke about burnout. It stopped being funny. Then I tried this." Um, husband and I, as a non-woman, I'm just having to make stuff up here. So that
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, okay, would that jump out at me? Probably. I don't think that this is too manly of a page. I noticed that, like, I think the kind of that greenish emeraldish
mm,
look is not bad. I don't know about the headline. Is this the main thing that they're dealing with? Is burnout, and like a woman that would be clicking on this is going to be burned out from work and needs something to deal with it, correct?
yeah,
Okay. Start family together with caffeine and willpower. Yeah, I know that feeling. My husband and I don't really argue. We bicker. We do that low level, tired parent nitpicking happens. That happens when two people are running on empty and neither has the energy to be kind first. Know that, right? But one Saturday morning, okay, went into the stories. We've got the hook, good story. Uh, I mean, I'm not seeing anything that would, like, if somebody is truly
mm,
having these issues,
yeah.
I don't see why this
That's
wouldn't grab their attention.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking is the people who are having those issues aren't the ones that are getting dropped on the page, and it's just people who click on ads.
I mean,
Like Meta's probably just
maybe with the image you could have something because it's coming off as kind of far away where she's kind of far back and it kind of looks
yeah,
like she might be happy and smiling,
yeah,
so if you had something where it was closer up you could see the expression on her face and she's uh, having one of those
yeah,
moments like I just want to pull
yeah,
my hair out kind of moments.
yeah. I could test that.
That could be something worth testing. And
Yeah, for
then
sure.
definitely split if you're not running a split test on this.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe come up with run it through AI and say what for somebody with this ICP, somebody in this market, a woman that's having these issues, very specifically talk about the issues. Come up with 2 or 3 or 4 different headlines, and then split test 2 of them and see which one drives people to the order page with a higher number, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. How can you see which page sent more people to the order page?
You would probably want to have a split test, but you would also split test your order page as well.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
the first path would run traffic straight down the left path, and
Yeah,
then the other
Yeah,
one
yeah.
would run traffic down the right path. That way you
Yeah.
can look at them and go, okay, this path is
Yeah,
is looking better
yeah.
than this one.
Yeah, I had a split test on the old funnel, but I just had one order form, so I was just
Yeah,
like, how do I know which one's actually
yeah,
performing better? But
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
okay. Two orders.
hopefully you're getting a good cost per click and it's not costing a lot of money. Because if you're not draining the bank dry, then you'll have plenty of opportunity to get numbers. Like the more data that you can get, especially if you're running some split tests, and split tests will drain the bank a little bit more. But you'll get the data and you'll know what's working and what's not. If it's not working, you know you got a dud, then you know you need to change it, you know.
Yeah, for this one, the CPC I think it's not a lot, it's 86 cents. But then it's just like,
Not horrible. I'd be happy with
no,
it.
it's landing page views 92, so a few people aren't waiting for it to load, but it's like I've spent like, well, on this ad set like 400 and it's like not got really any buying intent, so
Yeah, that's rough. I
yeah,
mean, to buy
it's
that's where you definitely will want to if you have the ability to start split testing or even just
yeah,
start running a new headline at that point and just
yeah,
see if you get a better deal on the other one.
yeah,
Because you want to, your SLO is turning into a not so self-liquidating offer.
yeah, yeah. So how much of an effect would you say like changing one headline would have? Do you think it would actually just could change it that much or
Yeah, the biggest things that you can split test, generally you want to split test one thing at a time. That way you know, okay,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
what made
yeah,
the change.
yeah,
Otherwise you're just taking guesses. But the
yeah,
biggest things that you can split test is going to be your headline and uh, the picture. Like you have a picture there, so
yeah,
those are going to be your
yeah,
biggest things. Probably in your case, maybe the button text.
yeah.
Also having a larger button. Put some padding on the back, on the top and bottom of your button.
It's big on desktop, but on mobile I've made it a bit smaller because the real estate is not much on a phone. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. All
it's
my
it's
other
actually.
ones, it's just that top one that's a bit small. But all these
I
other
gotcha. I
ones, yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, you want to have those buttons be kind of. You want some fat buttons for people like
yeah,
me with their fat thumbs.
yeah.
So
The only the only thing I see is like if somebody's clicking on the ad and expecting to see like an advertorial because they're like the ads is gonna say like, oh, read the article or you need to read this now. That's what my ads are saying, but basically. So they're expecting to go and read something, not buy something.
hmm
So if they go onto the order, if they go onto the sales page straight away and then they just see like buy now, buy now, buy now, how do you think that's like a
it could.
bad look or
Yeah, it probably could be a little bit off-putting for somebody that's
yeah,
going through and wanting to gather information.
yeah,
I mean, I would. It's something else that you would want to test, even
yeah,
with your
yeah, yeah,
button that's up at the top. I want 60% off or whatever.
yeah,
Somebody's going 60% off of what? They haven't even gotten through the story yet.
yeah,
They don't
exactly.
even know what you're trying to
Yeah,
sell. So,
yeah.
something
Oh,
to play around with, something to test. That's all.
that's what I was split testing on the last one is sales page and then the top sales didn't have any sales at the top. Yeah. All right. I'll split test the imagery and stuff, and I might try a non-advertorial funnel.
For sure. For
But
sure.
at what point would you change product or change angle? do you think?
I mean, if you've got numbers that are statistically significant and you're coming close, but I mean, you don't really have enough numbers to really try. But
Yeah.
if you're just blowing money and you're $1,000 in and you're not making near that back, then try a different angle, try a different sales page, maybe try a different. I think if you play around with your headlines, I think you have a good. I believe that, I mean, the people voting with their wallets are the ones that you really need to listen to.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I think what you're trying to do, because my wife even falls into this category, which is
Yeah.
burned out. I'm working all the time. We don't have time to, sit down and clean the house or, go do something fun, that kind of thing. So what the person that you're going after exists. They are out there. The
Yeah.
question is, do they have time to sit and read this too?
Yeah,
So
that's the other thing, isn't
you're
it?
going to want to make it easy, make it simple on them.
Yeah.
Most of them will want to sit down and most of them probably just want to sit down and listen to a video. That's something else that you could try. I know this is an advertorial, but if you end up
Yeah.
going to a VSL
Yeah.
funnel or a reverse
Yeah,
squeeze
yeah.
page funnel, throw a video
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make one of them.
Same copy. This is good copy. It's a good story.
Yeah. Yeah, could I just, well, I don't really like using AI too much, but I might, because it's another thing as well. If I'm selling to like older women, like 40, 50 plus women, and I'm American as well, I can only sell to America because of my supplier, and I'm British, and I'm like 23, male. So it's like I don't think I can really make the video to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could pay somebody or could get AI UGC. Yeah, but use the
Cool.
same copy.
Yeah. Give those things a try. I do have a few
Yeah.
folks kind of popping in and out of the
Yeah, that's fine.
lobby, so I'll.
That's all mine done. We can
All right.
crack on.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us, and
Yeah.
I'll jump over and help Vlad for a little bit. Vlad's got his
Cool.
hand up, and
That's
we'll
fine.
go from there. All right. Hang
Nice
around if
one.
you want.
Cheers, man.
All right. Thanks. What's up, Vlad?
Good. What's up, man? How you been?
I've been good. How are you?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Just you know how it is. Number one, Mark, I sent you a private message, but I don't think you saw that. But just wanted to bring it to your attention because I'm not a savvy user of these chats anyway. But I got a couple of quick ones, right? And so let's dive right in.
Certainly.
We are the first one is something that I thought would have been handled by a system email. When I make a sale, I get no confirmation that I made a sale. Like it just doesn't exist. So unlike Shopify, for example, where I got ding, and I get it on the phone, I get it everywhere. I'm aware something's going on. ClickFunnels don't even send me an email. So that's one thing that I want to fix. I mean, this cannot be a standard to all these guys selling,
Do you have a workflow set up?
Well, great question. Do I have a workflow set up? No. As I said, I thought that would be a system email, like not, no setup on my part required, but I will set one up. Let me let me get my ClickFlow. So yeah, I did started setting up the workflow. Let me share the screen and we take it from there.
For sure.
It's
I believe you can set up reverse facing notifications. I'm gonna try to make a workflow while I'm watching. Actually, maybe I'll just watch yours.
Look, I mean, whatever the case is, right? I just as I said, my assumption was that this should be a systems email. Right. Yeah. I think that's common sense and
Yeah.
So the here is the funnel and doesn't have any workflows yet. So let me actually just run you. So we had some sales and so whatever that was yesterday, $758.
Nice
And I got no confirmations on this. So I'd like to know when I sell.
Where's your who's your merchant? Are you using Stripe or
NMI?
NMI?
Okay. Yeah, that's how I actually knew I got sales, right? I got a confirmation from them, but I don't know the details. What was sold, you see what I'm saying, right? Like Shopify tells you, ding, you sold this at this amount, and I get a text message, which
fine.
is super cool.
Can you go into the workflow that you have set up on your order form there?
Yes,
Let's just
right.
let's take a quick look at what our options are.
Ah.
I'm always surprised every time I go into the workflows. I'm like, what's the best way to use this? And normally on my own funnels, I don't normally worry too much about an email coming to me from ClickFunnels. So because I always get I use Stripe for most of my stuff. So if I've got notifications on my phone, if something comes through, I'll get a notification that says somebody bought something from you. I'm like, great, that's all I need to know.
Yeah,
But
no, that's fantastic, especially like if your order fulfillment is automatic, meaning if it's a digital product. Now I'm in
Yep.
e-com space, so I need to know
You
what's
gotta make
going on
sure.
because there's all kinds of things going on in the background, right? So with that being said, I spoke with tech support. The guy sends when they keep sending me booklets, I'm like, ugh, like, dude, like I got 35 things going on to read, pages and pages, so I can possibly get what I need is just not optimal. It's just
Of course.
I set this up as just like a workflow, right? Like, and I said completed purchase. It was the trigger, and that's as far as I got.
Okay. Click on the plus button. Well, you close this out first,
Uh,
and then click on the plus button. Let's see what
Uh-huh.
we have. You should have send an email. That should go out to somebody else. Send test conditional goal.
I'd say I saw something notify.
What's this? It's hard to see what it says underneath there. It said be notified when customer.
Be notified when customer reaches this step.
Yep. Click on that real quick and add that to it. Let's see what options you have. So select team members to notify. Does it give you as an option?
Yeah,
It does.
yeah. Okay.
Now you can put a message in there that says somebody just purchased from you.
Yeah, you got sale.
You got sale.
You got a sale, man.
You got money.
You got a sale, man.
And then notification type, you could select email or notification. It looks
I'll
like.
select both, brother.
Bam, done. I mean, it's not given like specific information like who purchased in there, but it's giving you a notification so you know that something happened at least. But
yes, sir. Okay, that's it.
that was it. I mean,
Okay, and so I do have the upsell. I wanna do like the same thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So attach a workflow. I
You
guess
probably
a new workflow.
create a new. You might make a new workflow, or you could probably even attach that same one. But if you, I would do a new one. That way,
Yeah,
if you
no,
want to add more to the other
I'm
workflow, you
a
can.
yeah, I'm gonna do a upsell. Select event type, order successful purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Create. Okay. Close, zip, notify me with this and this. Do that and upsell. That's gonna perk me up. And that's it, right? Like nothing.
I mean, if you have something where, I mean, you could get complex with it if you need to send
Nah,
information to a fulfillment person, but
yeah.
it gets fun.
Yeah. That's cool. And so that that automatically saves, or
Yeah, that should automatically save. That's all in there for both of the order form and the upsell there. So if somebody goes through there and they purchase, you should get that little email saying somebody bought your stuff.
somebody bought stuff. Okay, awesome. Now I definitely love that. And when it says notify that bell, what like notify me where? Like here, I have to be inside the platform, or I'm gonna get like a ding on the phone, or
That's a good question. I have no idea where that's coming from.
fantastic.
You might find out. Maybe a sale will come through while we're talking.
I definitely no. This is just the beginning. I mean, I need this number to be 1,000-fold.
I would
And
normally notifications have to be enabled. So if something does come through ClickFunnels and it's like, oh hey, you need to enable notifications on your Mac.
can
That
I
way
can
that'll
I
pop up.
enable can we look at that?
You can try if there's something somewhere that you're thinking of. I'm not sure where the notifications would be
You're
set
the
up.
you're the subject matter expert, my friend.
I could get you most of the way here.
All right, man. Now that's yeah, I keep getting those the the regular stuff. But another thing that I got that I'm struggling with in is the clarity, right? I mean, clarity is just not really doing what I'm setting it to do. And let me actually show you what I mean. Okay, hold on. So I do have all the settings like relaxed and this and that. And I cannot see any information that were input in the fields. So let me give you an example. Let's go to for example, like the autophone, right? So okay, so look at this. You see these numbers are still like dots, and everything is just dots. Okay, that guy went back. Hold on. Let me show you the guy actually filling out.
Are you
Okay.
getting recordings of what it looks like when somebody is going through your page on there? Is that what that's doing?
So you're seeing it. Yeah, this is the okay, this guy didn't buy more. Okay. No,
I'm not too familiar with Clarity, so I'm just trying to figure out what information it's giving
No,
you.
so basically clarity. So right here, the setup should be I should see his name. I should see his phone number. So let's say that if he doesn't now this gentleman ended up completing the purchase, but I still the point of clarity is as taught by Dante and Trey is that okay, he's putting the phone number, right? And let's say he doesn't hit that submit button in which it would go into the system. So I could actually see the phone number, pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, you got to some point and why, I'm not trying to sell you something, just trying to make the system better. Why is this not showing? So I was informed that if I just, put the code to the page and to the form, which I did, and then here, if I have everything under relaxed, I should be able to see it. Well, as you can see, that's not the case. So
I can tell you how to unmask your checkout if you
go
want.
ahead, mate. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah.
If you go, because I've done it on mine. If you go on to your ClickFunnels and get the checkout or the order form that you want to be able to see.
So right here, let me just okay. Shit. Well,
I do that all the time too.
Yeah.
See, I learned from you
I'll
guys.
show you. Yeah, I thought that was set up, so I'm here, right?
Yeah, click it and then click the little top right, that little code bit.
This.
Yeah.
So
And
you
then so you have a CSS selector. Yeah, copy that.
copied.
Yeah,
No.
and then go to clarity.
Yep. And paste it
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, you've already done it.
I know that's my point, but
Oh shit. Yeah,
like
my
you see
bad.
what I'm saying? Like he's
Yeah,
not doing what's supposed to do.
It
So
might just be from the clarity and like from a data protection point of view, but yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
That was the first thing that came to my mind was
you done it
that's
already.
somebody's personal information that would be,
I understand, and but you see, it works for some and not for others. So if it's a personal information, why having it at all is an option? So why having it why having masking and unmasking? Well, rather unmasking or relaxed as a setup at all as a section, right? So and it works for some. So something here is not working as intended. because so you see, like I do have this selected on mask. I have the order form, which is exactly this. I mean, the only thing that I got is that dash, but I used the copy, right? So it added that dash on its own, and it's still not working.
Have you tried working with so like if I get into like a tech, even techie guys get into their, kind of get stuck in an issue sometimes, but Chat GPT, Claude, whatever your favorite AI of choice. I know not everybody's
Claude.
on board with AI, but it can be pretty
I
helpful
just
sometimes.
I just asked Claude, and he said that yeah, it's basically hard coded into Clarity. If it's an input field, then they'll basically always mask it. But if the unmasking thing would be for text that is already on screen before the customer enters data. You see, so if you had like numbers on the actual order form that are there from standard before they put
I
stuff
see.
in.
So for example, if I can have, instead of let's say saying I thought that that's what this meant, right? First name, right? So if I had this as a, like, let's say grayed out like John Smith, for example, or John, first name
Yeah.
John, last name Smith, phone number, blah blah blah. I don't even know. Do you have that on yours? When you open your order form, does that say?
It just says yeah, first name, last name, like yours.
Yeah.
But no matter what they put in, it'll Clarity will always block what they put in. I don't think there's a way around it. I might be wrong, but
No, but what I'm saying is I have no problem of setting it up exactly as those who have, who have successfully bypassed this challenge. As long as that is, that gets this thing done. And listen, I'm not here to, somebody doesn't want to buy, he's just got wet feet or whatever. That's perfectly fine. What the whole, this whole thing is a discovery process, right? Like, I mean, I'm not even, that phone call's not there to submit him to actually complete the purchase, but rather, okay, am I missing something from the business standpoint, from the marketing standpoint that has not persuaded you to actually go over the hump? And that's the feedback that you can only acquire by talking to people. Like, I mean, I don't, I'm not going to be assuming.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I would play around with it, jump into Claude or whatever and just kind of figure it out. If there's a way around it, even if it's a workaround, then, that's probably out there. It might just not be something that we can, manage right at this particular point in time. That kind of steps out of a few lines of scope for what we would do in this call is all. So,
No, I got you. I
yeah.
got you. I'm just,
But I
reporting
mean,
an issue that shouldn't,
I mean, at the end
that's
of the
kind of
day, I
like,
mean, you can see what they're doing. You can see that they're going through and filling information out. I mean, if you don't see their personal information as they're filling it out, it's not the end of the world. The idea is that you would get an idea what are they doing, where are they clicking, where they're putting their mouse on the screen should give you a pretty good indication of what they're reading, where they're spending their time on the page as they go through that page.
yeah.
And so that's the most. I wouldn't get hung up on the detail on some of
Look,
the
I mean,
details.
I'm not saying it's the end of the world, right? Like, I'm just saying that to go to the next level and be able to react on, and especially like if it's a simple thing, such as
Yeah.
whatever it is. I don't know. I don't, like I'm not used to landing pages, or I'm not, like, or whatever that is, right? There's something people get to some point and then they don't complete the purchase. And I guess this is what that relaxed thing is all about, where you can follow up, not just to sell them, but to just get a feedback on your own work and on your own copy and on your own, you know.
For sure.
So that's that. Of course, it's not the end of the world if they go halfway and they just said, well, you know what, I'm
Yeah.
not, and they were.
Everybody wants to see something different. They want to, track something individually or different. I'm not downplaying what data you want to see and how you want to see it come through. I It's just my personal opinion on that one, and there might just be bigger fish to fry. So that's all.
Yeah. No,
But
I got you. I got you. And listen, I mean, what I just told you is the idea that I actually learned in this course.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what is recommended course of
Yeah.
action. Like I didn't, I wasn't even thinking
It's all
about that.
good.
So it's a
I'm
good,
learning stuff here. I'm glad to, be in here with you guys because I'm learning new things.
yeah,
So,
no, absolutely, absolutely. Well, no, I appreciate it. I mean, that's all I had. I will
okay.
check
you,
if
you
this
could
thing is
you
firing
could
and
also you could also make like a workflow to people who are just like who have ordered just to see how your checkout process went and if there's anything that you would improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get creative with it. I was, obviously exploring the option of things working as they should, just because that's what they're intended. That the specific setup is intended to be as such, and that's obviously I think a sensible step one. And from this point on, if this doesn't work, like I can, always, explore other options.
Cool. Well, hey guys, let's hang around if you have other questions. I'll be here for a while, but let's give Annie a second here as well, and we'll get some more questions answered and go from there. And that if you're still around, then we'll loop back around. Does that sound good? All right. What's up, Annie? How are you today?
Good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Making things
So,
happen.
yeah, so I have a question. I I guess I'm wondering about email setup. I had it all set up, and then my hosting apparently I canceled my hosting because I was moving to ClickFunnels and it canceled my email as well, which I didn't realize. So now I guess I'm trying to figure out, do I actually need to have like a certain email set up? Or can I just do it on ClickFunnels or what the best option is?
So ClickFunnels, when out of the box, ClickFunnels will you don't have to have an email set up, but I think it's a good idea to have something set up because eventually the notifications inside of ClickFunnels, I believe, will stop working after so many notifications or so many hits. Like like that. It's basically ClickFunnels' way of saying, "We're glad you're here. We're glad that it's that you're getting some emails sent out and you're seeing how it works." But eventually, they want you to, but they have to. They basically ClickFunnels is paying for the emails that are going out, so
I see.
they want you to
Okay.
eventually get something set up in your own name.
Okay. And so do you have a recommendation of like what works really good with ClickFunnels or what people use?
Um, I would say anything that's not Gmail. So if you have an email that you want to set up like for your domain, like I'm not sure what your domain that you're using, but say you get an email with your domain that you already have, like Annie at yourdomain.com, and
Hmm.
then make sure you get something on a custom domain, and then you would want to set that up inside of ClickFunnels.
Okay, so because I had anniebailey.com and I was using hello at anniebailey.com, so I could just reset that one up, but someone
Oh,
was saying that not Gmail, but like a Google Workspace. Does that is that
yeah,
fine or?
generally a Google Workspace is you can hook your email up to a Google Workspace. So if you have like hello at anniebailey.com, then
Mhm.
you could hook that up to a Google Workspace, and that works well if that's what you're
That works
referencing.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. That was just my only question.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I think I believe from a setup standpoint, you're really just looking at maybe copying some DNS records from ClickFunnels over to your registrar where you have your email where you have Annie Bailey registered at. And so that makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah, I had it all set up and then yeah, it got canceled. So I'll do it again.
I hope you didn't
So
lose AnnieBailey.com. So
no, I
good
didn't.
luck.
I just canceled the hosting part, not the domain like regist. So, but yeah, apparently the email was hooked to that. So,
All right, awesome.
okay. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. And so,
Mhm.
Vlad.
Yeah, I'm right here, bud.
You still had your hand up, so I wasn't sure if you had any other
Oh
questions.
snap! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Unless anybody else has questions, but we got you.
Yeah, no, I'm yeah. Um, I just hate when things don't work, man. Like I just, you spend through hoops, like you set it up, you just want to move on, like just a perpetual. Oh, okay. For simple stuff.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, a lot to figure out, a lot to take in when it comes to
Indeed.
setting up your funnels and making things work. But it's all easy.
I mean, it's easy
simple,
to
but it
set
can
it
be
up and then it
complex.
don't work. And that's like,
Nah, you got this. It's easy
of
stuff to make it
course, no,
happen, to
of
make it
course,
work.
buddy, of
You're good.
course. I'm just.
We got you. We got you all. We got it simplified so much. You're gonna get your emails coming in when people buying stuff from
There you
you.
go, man. So, got him by, man. How about that? Oh, you know, go a step further.
Shoot. I feel like I got a whole nother hour to sit here for the expert side of this thing. And
Oh, snap. Yeah, I guess, right?
well, if nobody has questions, I won't stick around. But I'll stick around because there's
Yeah.
still. I still got Patricia. I got Sam's here. I think. Do you have any questions, Patricia? If you're in there listening, it looked like. What's his face? Looked like Mark bailed. I thought maybe he had some extra questions. His hand was up for a while after he was done, but maybe he didn't. So Scott, there's Scott Winter. See you in here. Just just me hanging out with you guys, making things happen.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions.
No,
So
I
uh,
figured
oh,
you know, okay,
I
maybe.
gotta hop too, but
Yeah,
it's
no
always a
problem.
pleasure. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, if I gotta wrap things up early, that's fine. I just didn't think it'd be a whole hour early.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Well,
yeah, I'll bounce as well. I'll get on with
take
everything
care.
that we spoke about.
I hope you guys all have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too, man. Appreciate
All
it.
right, man. Take it easy.
Bye.
Scott, Patricia, if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to help out. If not, I will probably wrap this up. Otherwise, it's just me hanging out with myself. So. All right, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, I'm on
Oh.
my mobile phone and I couldn't unmute or do whatever, but it's okay to leave early. I didn't have
It's
any
okay for
questions
me
or
to leave
anything.
early.
I just like to, yeah, you're excused. I
All
just
right.
like to hang out and listen to what everybody's talking about because I learned so much.
Yeah. No, I
So,
mean, I'm here. I want to help you guys out if you had anything. You guys are the last two standing. So,
okay. Now, what's your
hopefully,
name? I didn't catch your name. I've been coming to these classes off and on for years and I'm used to Dante.
yeah. My name's Matt. So, I know Dante was busy today, and I think he's busy. I think he said he was flying to Boise next week.
Uh-huh.
So he's doing a podcast today, flying to Boise next week, doing something, and then flying back. So he's pretty busy. I may or may not be here next week.
Uh-huh.
But I've been around ClickFunnels for a while, so I think they just were like, "Hey, Matt sounds like a great he sounds like a good choice. Let's throw him in and see how he does." So
Yeah.
here
Well,
I am.
I started in 2020. So I just finished my first funnel. I built my first funnel a couple of months ago and I kind of launched it and I got kind of like 8 email responses, but I'm at the process now where I'm trying to automate some email responses to send to the people that opted in for my lead magnet. But so I'm on an assignment right now. I'm writing a book or trying to write an instruction book for I've just got called into the ministry and I've been appointed as the ministry leader of a new group called Discipleship. So I'm trying to develop not just for my church, but a global book for discipleship for the churches to return to the mission of making disciples. So I'm kind of like trying to do the framework of how do you introduce something into the church, that they're supposed to be doing that, and then most of them never heard of the Holy Spirit. And what do you mean? I don't make disciples. That's not for me, all that you get. So
Yep, yep,
it's like it's time for us to turn the world around like they did in the book of Acts when the Holy Spirit first came, when they realized the power and what they were called and commissioned to do. So I'm
for
just
sure.
trying to work on how to ignite how do you ignite the church to be about your father's business.
Yep.
So
There's businesses out there that have done well and successfully targeted churches. Um, it can work. I think you have to price it right, and you got to get in front of the right people.
yeah,
So that's how
yeah,
it'll come together.
right. And see, and that's price is not the thing, it's just getting them educated and transformed. So
Hmm.
it's not the pricing, the holy, it's not that at all. It's just how do you get them to open their eyes and see or hear, what God is saying to the church.
For sure.
First, if you can't get it right in the church, you can't get it right nowhere else, really,
Yep.
with God. Well, nice talking to you, Matt. And I'm sorry, I wish I could. Well, I'm not on my computer and this cell phone. I usually can just turn the volume and the pictures on and off, but I can't see how to do it on my cell phone.
Yeah, there's probably a little video button or whatever, but it's all good. Yeah, if you didn't have anything specific, and I'm not hearing anything else there, so I'll probably wrap this up and call it good. But I might see you next week or at some other point in the future if you're around, though. All right, sounds good. Well, you guys take it easy. Good luck with everything. I'll wrap this up here, and hopefully I'll see you guys again in another call. Okay, take it easy.